So I wanted to share my experience of when I learned Reiki out in Las Vegas. I was 20 years old and it took me a weekend to go through level 1. And there's 3 levels and then you master it, etc. Principles in energy are the same, and in this particular instance of education, there was the teacher, myself, and 2 other students. The older lady in the class was a friend of the teacher, who happened to be older than me, and she ended up sleeping on the couch during the time I was doing the Reiki with the other student as the test subject. And so as she's telling me what to do, I go and I proceed to use my hands and connect with the energy of the person. And all of a sudden there's these really profound things that came out of it for the student who was the person I'm practicing. What's really interesting is the lady who was sleeping acted as a ground, meaning that she was grounding the experience for us collectively. And that was a good thing for me because at the time I had a lot of injuries. I was I was seeking, exploring different things, whatever I could to solve my problems, to get answers and solutions for, my pains and whatever I was dealing with at that time. Well, there's no way I was grounded back then. No, not only did I not know how, my body was not in an alignment in order for that grounding to occur. My mind wasn't open to it, so forth and so on. We all know you take off your shoes, you put your feet in the grass, you're grounded, boom. Well, yes, you can access grounding, no questions asked. When you've had a lot of trauma, you've had a lot of injuries, you've had surgeries, things like that, all of those things play a role that can disconnect that grounding. So anyway, this experience is happening and she's grounding me in essence, and I'm able to go into the spirit realm and I'm able to do all these, things that the teacher was like, wow, whoa, blah, blah, blah. So this was my first weekend experience of energy as far as being conscious of it, and Reiki was the entry point to it, which was fantastic. And then I proceeded to do the 2nd and 3rd level and so forth and so on. I don't per se practice Reiki today, although I do energy healing and energy work. And it's a different level and element of what I do that was taught by my teacher. And it has to do with pulling energy from heaven and earth and vibratory technique. And literally, instead of borrowing energy and moving it around like in a mixing bowl of ingredients, the energy is ported through me significantly where I can push it into a person and pull it out of a person. And that's using the quantum field, which is a much stronger energy than this realm's energy. Reiki, however, I give credit to the experience because it was a gateway, if you will, or an opportunity for me to engage and be aware of that level of energy that existed in a conscious way, in an active way, in a way where the person gave me feedback and realized this was a really big deal. And I could feel it, and I could see when I closed my eyes where I went in that person's process. And then in addition, the teacher's acknowledgement of it, of course, having done it longer, was also positive. And then when the lady woke up, it changed the experience, which really helped me understand in retrospect, knowing what I know today, the importance of grounding, which I've learned to do and I do and is necessary when you do energy work on folks. So anyway, this is my experience of Reiki. I recommend you go explore it. I recommend you find somebody if you're interested in energy. Just know we are energy, and energy is all around us. It's sort of like chi and ki, and different words are used throughout different cultures to describe energy. However, it is real, whether you believe in it or not, and Reiki is a great starting point for any beginner that wants to learn about energy. Just know there's also more, and that comes, like with anything, the education of the self, the education of the healing space, which is a lifelong journey, by the way. That is your responsibility should you choose to take it on, to engage and learn, and hopefully find people that can offer you some solid information and experience, and then you can review that yourself and proceed to do more, or decide it's not for you, or find another medium. Just know this, whatever healing you do in life, energy is required. When you're depressed, it's because you don't have energy flowing in you. Peace. Go get them.